Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, how much could depend on your location. Please join in the struggle to liberate our people from the contraption. Like and share videos, news update. Buhari is a disaster. Tinubu is here to finish us. Fulani beggars cries out. Now the Fulani beggars in the southern Nigeria, they said they are in the southern Nigeria because hunger is wiping them out in the northern part of the country where they are coming from. They say they are in the south. There are many in the south begging. Say they are into full-time begging business. So otherwise, the hunger will kill them in the northern Nigeria. Hunger will kill them. They say they are coming from Jigawa state. They are in the south to beg to survive. Yes. So there are many beggars. That's what they are saying. Many of them, they are in the southern Nigeria begging and begging to survive. Whereas their brother just left office. Yes. When one of them was accosted by a Tribune Online journalist, yes, look at what he said. He first of all mentioned his name as being Yusuf Muhammad. When he continued, he said, "I'm Yusuf Muhammad from Jigawa State. I'm Fulani. My mom is dead, but my dad is alive. I didn't know my mom well. I was very small when she died. She had a fatal accident. That's how she died. I'm the first child. I'm 23 years old. I'm married, but my wife hasn't given birth, but pregnant. I have to come and hostel in Delta. That's why I'm here. There's no food for us at Jigawa, so I have to leave. If I remained over there, hunger would kill us. I couldn't bring my wife here because I have nothing here yet. If I bring her here, who will help us? What I receive from begging isn't enough for me alone to feed on. If I go out from morning till night and I return here, I can only boast of maybe 1,000 naira or 1,000 naira." That's what he is saying. He continued to say that, "I spent about 2 or 3 months before going to check on her. Over there, my wife is still pregnant, yet to give birth. In fact, I just returned from Jigawa. I'm into begging full time. I lost my hand in a motorcycle accident at Jigawa. I was sitting behind. A vehicle rammed us from the front, so I lost my hand after spending 3 months in the hospital. They concluded that my hand should be amputated if I must live a meaningful life. The accident took place about 15 years ago. I was still small then," he recalled. Going forward, he said, "Warri is a nice place to be. I survived here. They give a lot. How many states did I pass before getting here? Several. It's because people in Delta State, especially Warri, are good people. They give us a reason to live, to feel loved and appreciated, though we are liabilities," he avowed. Moving forward, he said, "Look, Oga, we don't even know which one to see as a better than the other. Buhari, my kinsman, was a disaster. That man almost left us half dead with his economic policies." That's what he said when he was asked about their brother Buhari that stayed in office for 8 years. He just vacated that place barely 2 months ago, and they are suffering. They are begging. They are languishing in abject poverty. That's what the journalist was asking him. So your brother left office just 2 months ago, after staying there 8 years, and you are in this level of destitution. And he said that, look, Buhari is a disaster. Okay? Say his economic policies crippled them. Now when asked, he said things actually began to get worse through him, through Buhari's government. He said Buhari's government gave rise to hordes of people from the north, especially destitute, migrating to the south here. Can't you see how plenty we are in another man's land? If Buhari had taken care of the poor in the north, we surely wouldn't be here." That's what the Fulani man is saying. All right. Now talking about Tinubu's government, he said, "The present government is out to possibly continue where Buhari stopped. He appears to be here to completely kill us and bury us before leaving the stage. Yeah, see what the man is saying. Let me just stop here. So, but this is just a tip of the iceberg of what is happening in southern Nigeria. Talking about the Fulani people who are here to beg and cause nuisance to the economy of the south, particularly if you come to the southeast. No, they're not even more in the Niger Delta. When you want to see Fulani beggars, come to east. You will see beggars. The Biafra land, that is where they are begging, because when they say, oh, we can do without you, this, allow Biafra to go. Allow them to go. Yes, let the federal government allow the Biafrans to go and have their own separate state. What is wrong there? What is wrong? When you say don't need them, they are a dot. Okay? Now allow the dots to stay on their own and struggle. So they will struggle and struggle now. That's the point. Because they have nothing to to fall back on. So they are dots. Let them struggle and have their punishment. Yes, of seceding, right? Yes, punishment of seceding, because they want to leave the contraption. So they must have some punishment. Allow them to go and serve that punishment. You say you're keeping them. And these Fulani Almajiris will be migrating from northern Nigeria to the Biafra land and occupying, begging and begging everywhere. And these so-called governors will allow them to roam the streets freely to beg. If you go to the junctions in Onisha, everywhere they are begging. If you go to Oka, they are begging. Newi, if you just go to Abaumaya, everywhere. They don't go. Abakalaki, just come to Owerri. They are everywhere begging and begging and begging. These governors will allow them to roam the streets. Okay? So this is what's happening. Now Buhari is out. They are criticizing him. They say, oh, it's not a brother. Okay, they admitted that it's their own brother, but they say, look, he finished them with hunger and poverty, and they're into destitution. And they say, what about Tinubu? They voted for Tinubu. They struggled and voted for Tinubu. They say it must be him. Now what is happening? Now what is happening now? They say Tinubu is here to finish them. Saying he's just here to continue from where Buhari stopped, to finish them completely. During the electioneering, when they were campaigning to conduct that charade, they were all ethnic bigots. They want to vote Tinubu. Now what is happening? They said, the policies are hard, they are harsh. Removal of subsidy. You aren't saying nothing. I'm not going to see Wayne, I'm not going to see Shege. Maybe I'm going to vote for them. I'm not going to see them. The way Buhari tormented on her, also this one got tormented on her. Whenever they cry self, we just look on her. So what we are saying is this: look at the people who are dragging people backward. The country is immersed in tatters. And they will come, they say they are leading Nigeria. After 8 years, the country will go to 200 years backwards. That is what the contraction is now. 200 years backward. Where Jonathan pushed the country, the man that left office, the header, have taken it backwards to 200 years back. And his people are in the southern Nigeria causing nuisance and crisis everywhere. And the other man there is there too, to finish what the other man started. Nigerian done. You are finished, people. Yes, simple. Ndibo, start. We are talking of these things so that these people that call themselves political efulef and the Abani, the politicians in the southeast, the politicians, all of them, stop listening to them. They are political efulef. They are enjoying their life. They don't want life to be better for you, our people. You cannot be good while you are the same country with this kind of people who have taken begging as their full-time business. All right.